Corvallis, Oregon, Reser Stadium, home to the Beavers, and you better get used to the sound of chainsaws as the fans here have been ready for this clash since early this morning. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking for a man. It's Owens. He's got him. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
A little screen to the running back. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the 5-yard step-off, 1st and 15 for this offense. Goes to the option. Oh, he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
Quick completion to the right. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about Oregon State. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that you know they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
Gives it on the option. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
But right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Now he's looking to throw it. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Let's take just a second here and look big picture for Oregon State. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
Right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And now this offense will take the field again. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you can put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Looking downfield, it's Owens. Makes the catch, it's Moore.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Gets it past the marker. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Finds some fresh air. Brings into the open. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires on the move. He's got it on the move. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Now on the option. The pitch. Sweet cut there. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here comes the heat. Backs looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. They'll run the option. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Ferguson. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Brown will throw it. They're setting up the screen. Runs through a tackle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Slips through the line. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on there. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able... And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. On the run, fires downfield. Zips it out to his man. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Finds his man. It's Wells. And they'll knock him down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And he missed it. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. I don't know what it is about a missed field goal that can send a bolt of energy through an opposing offense. Now they've got it at about their own 37. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. All wideouts, no backs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. A 3rd down try for the offense. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Now, on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
He slings it deep to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Unleashes one. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. It's complete to the left. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. The Beavers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Bauer. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the 1st half.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Beavers send out the punt unit. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. To the air, it's Owens. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Unloads it left. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Beavers are facing 3rd and inches. Got it, looking for the 1st down. Turning it on! And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down.
And And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He's going to take off. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. It'll be 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Going to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Beavers will line up to punt it away. Makes a catch at the 10. He gets it out to the 17. The cover unit right there to make the stop. Now this offense is back on the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Makes the grab on the left. Looking for room at the 40. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the 1st half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They send the tight end in motion. Brown wants to pass. Looking left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Beavers will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really... Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. And here comes the punt team. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Wells. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. Fires left. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Beavers will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. They bring the punter onto the field now. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards and up out the O. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Bauer. Nice pick up there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown wants to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He'll go to the sneak. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. They make it pay off. Not willing to settle for a field goal on this drive.
Yeah, and Reese, I just don't know if field goals are going to win this game, honestly. I think to win, I think you need tutties. So this offense needs to stay on the field, stay aggressive, and try and capitalize after picking up that first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Second down as we open the final stanza. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Beavers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Brown will throw it. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the defender. Got enough for the first down. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Wants to throw. It's Owens. Got his man on the right. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs to buy some time. Oh, better look out! Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Let's it fly. He was was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Behind the chains now on second and long. Direct snap. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Florida is currently ahead on the scoreboard, but it's clear Tim Tebow's not out there. And because of that, I don't see a blowout today in the Swamp. They're up by a field goal over Alabama. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Brown wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on first down. Makes the catch. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3. And the Beavers want to move quickly.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The Beavers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Durant. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Wants to throw again. That's caught. It's Durant. Breaks the tackle. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. And back to the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. He lobs one high down the left side. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Absolutely center cut. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Owens. Grab near the marker, it's Moore. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
It's a nice job by the defense turning the page. You just gave up an explosive play. Now you got to come right back with tempo, and a nice job in the back end covering to force that incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Oh, he makes the catch. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Brown will throw it. He's got his man across the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Wants to go up top on first down. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that one foot they needed in bounds.
He gets it up the midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. The Beavers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Third down play from the gun. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it! Touchdown in the waning moments, and we're a deuce away from the tie.
Are you kidding me? Man, great job by this offense, but the work is not done. You knew what you needed when you started this drive. Late in this ball game, time's running out. It's not on your side. I got to find my play, my best two-point conversion to go tie this puppy up.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. What a big play here as they try to tie it up with the two in the waning moments. Brown wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He's not going to get there. The defense coming up with a big stop to hold on to this two-point lead deep in the fourth. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.